You don't want the truth because deep down in places you don't talk about at parties, you want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
You always need me at that wall because this is Tim with Online Big Blue bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. Oh, it's Thursday. You know what? It's a walkthrough day. It's a meeting day. Nothing coming out. The media is blacked out today. Giants will have FanFest on Friday, off on Saturday, back in the facility on Sunday. I heard they were a little light sitting at the right guard position. So I've decided I got the old shoulder pads out. Got the pads out. I'm ready to rock and roll. We think I'm going to head down to MetLife on Friday, find the Shane, find the Juggernaut, and see if I can't suit up and give it a shot for them. You never know. You never know what can happen. I want to talk about an interesting topic. I want to bring up a fun topic today because it's a weird topic. It's Daniel Jones. You have your Daniel Jones lovers. You have your Daniel Jones haters. You have your Daniel Jones deniers. You have your Daniel Jones enthusiasts. You have your Daniel Jones people that say he can't do anything wrong. And I'm always told that I'm a hater because I point things out. They did 9-on-9 drills the other day. Daniel Jones, had two completions and two incompletions, one of an interception. And people said, "Oh, look how great he looked." And I brought up the point that it was against a half a rush. It was against a two-man rush. There was a four-man line. The other two linemen didn't move. Bobby Johnson was snapping the ball, offensive line coach. And he still had a problem processing the plays, and he did have one good play. He had some bad plays. And I just pointed that out. Not to the fact to point it out to have people sit there and say, "Oh, well, you just hate Daniel Jones." No, I don't hate Daniel Jones. I'm just pointing out the facts. And I think that's the issue. I think at the end of the day, all segments and all groups don't understand this one important fact. And I've said this in a video, and I can't remember who posted in the comment section that I said it, and I'll say it again. You could love Daniel Jones. You could hate Daniel Jones. But at the end of the day, we are not going to succeed probably without Daniel Jones. So I want him to be as successful as possible. So me pointing out something that is a flaw, or me pointing out something that can be perceived as being negative, is not really that. It's just pointing something out. Did it with Eli. Did it with Phil Simms. Hell, I did it with Craig Morton. Well, I was a lot younger back then, but I did with Craig Morton. So it's not one of those things that if I just say he's doing something wrong or is not doing something right or is not good at something, it's not that I don't want him to succeed. I'm just pointing out facts. And the problem is you have two trains of thoughts. And there's almost no gray area here. You got the people that live in the Daniel Jones bubble, that no matter what he's done in the last 3 seasons, for some ungodly reason, in season number 4, he's going to be Josh Allen. And that's kind of ridiculous. You hit year 4 in your career, you are what you are. You could talk about the coaching. You could talk about the offensive line. You could talk about the wide receivers. You can talk about excuses after excuses. And every excuse that you can give I can give you a counter excuse. Well, his wide receivers didn't have enough separation. Well, in the NFL, you create a throwing window and you throw your receivers open. So there's the offensive line was terrible. Well, in 2020, he held on the ball the 3rd longest. In 2021, he held on the ball the 6th longest in the entire league. Okay. So you can go back and forth with this all day long. But the problem is there's like no gray area for these two groups. There's not. And you got people and Bad Dog made a video, I think the other day. I think it was the other day, about how the Giants are, or how Giant fans are almost like there's like a cult for Daniel Jones. And I have to agree with that because it's the fact that just because you point something out as a flaw, or just because you point something out as a perceived strength or a strength, it doesn't mean either camp is going to take notice of that. And I think that is the dichotomy of this team and the dichotomy of this quarterback. This quarterback has been so he's been so, I don't want to use that word. I was going to use that word, but he's just been dividing the fan base so much. Because you have too many people that believe he is the guy. You have too many people that believe he's not the guy. You have a coaching staff that's kind of saying the right things about him, but maybe looking to 2023. You got a general manager that believes in the quarterback, believes in Dan Jones, but he went out and got Tyrod Taylor. There's mixed signals all abound. Then you hear the comments about how he's got to learn to walk before he can run, how they have to teach him how to protect himself on the field. But then people point out the Tampa game, the New Orleans Saints game, the comeback wins, the 1 or 2 comeback wins that he's had. But there's no clear defining area between either one of the groups. And I'm going to say this again. I'm going to say this for the 1,595,000th time. I am not a Daniel Jones hater. I am not a Daniel Jones enthusiast. I'm not a Daniel Jones lover. What I am is a fan who was tired of a quarterback that after 3 years still has not progressed enough for us to move forward and show that he has progress. We're still talking about this kid in year 4. Eli Manning, for everything you want to say about him, how people are like, well, Eli Manning almost failed. No, Eli Manning from year 1 to year 2 showed a progression. He showed a little bit of a regression in year 3. Then year 4, we all kind of know what happened. Same with year 5. And then he became the giant legend that he is. Could that be happening to Daniel Jones? I don't know, maybe. But we have to kind of wait to see. But the problem is you cannot, as a fan base, be divided because of the fact that you either hate the quarterback or love the quarterback. You're always going to have that. There are plenty of people, if you go back to Phil Simms, Scott Bruner. Phil Simms was leading the 81 Giants to the playoffs, got hurt. Scott Bruner came in, took them to the playoffs, beat the Eagles, beat the Cowboys, got blown out in San Francisco. But then there was the quarterback controversy for 2 years after that until through 83 when Bruner almost got Parcells fired. Then 84, Simms took over and progressed. But people will point out, well, Simms took 7 years. No, Simms was an offensive rookie of the year. Simms was a guy that showed a progression. Simms' issues was injuries. He wasn't inconsistent with his play really until 86. He had a good first quarterback to throw for over 4,000 yards in 84, had a good 85. It was inconsistent in 86, but he showed a progression. He showed a body of work. And that's all but there was that controversy there as well. And I just feel we're just too divided as a fan base on this topic. And each group is very venomous in reference to either defending him or not defending him. And I'm going to say it for the 1,468,000th time. I hope Daniel Jones succeeds, because if Daniel Jones succeeds, the Giants succeed. The Giants win. If he doesn't, I'm drafting. The last 4 years have been a wash, and I'm drafting a quarterback in 2023. And Lord knows where that's going to lead the team to be. So I think as a collective, we just need to remember we're all Giant fans. That's what we are here. At the end of the day, we have to hope that Shane's getting this right. We have to hope that Daboll's getting this right. And we can all move forward and progress and be that fan base that we want to be and have a winning team like we deserve to have. Whether that's Daniel Jones, Tyrod Taylor, or X, we all have to remember we're all wearing Giants colors. We're all sitting at the stadium rooting. We're all part of Big Blue. So let's just stop the nonsense and kind of move on from there. All right. All right. Break. Well, I got to do this one. Break. Sorry, I feel like hitting someone today. But you know what? We're going to move the stream from the 5th to another day because I forgot about FanFest. So we're going to move that for the ticket giveaway for the preseason game against the Cincinnati Bengals. Got a lot of fun stuff coming up. Going to do a lot of fun videos. Got the 4K camera coming up pretty soon. Going to set that up. Got the online Big Blue Studios, which we just have finished building. It's going to be fun. We got TV screens. We got everything. We got seats from the stadium. It's going to be some interesting shows coming up. So make sure you tune in. And as we all know, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could like, you subscribe. If you're reading that bell, you know what it means. That'd be awesome.